On this occasion, I will describe one of the popular figures as well as heroes for Indonesia. Yep, Muhammad Hatta. Okay, without waiting for a long time, we start from the beginning. So, on August 12, 1902, in a two-story wooden house in our Tanjung village, Bukit Tinggi, a married couple is happy. His wife, Siti Saleha, gave birth to a baby boy who later named Muhammad Attar. The name comes from Arabic, which means fragrant. We will know him as Muhammad Hatta. Attar is the second child of Muhammad Jamil and Siti Saleha. Their first child, Rafi'ah, was born in 1900. Hatta had the bloodlines of two prominent families. His father was a descendant of the Selerik of the order in Batu Hampar near Payakumbuh, West Sumatra. While his mother came from a family of traders on high hills. In the 5 years, Hatta studied at Paripat Malay School and Dutch tutoring on Mr. Ledebour. Hatta then studied elementary education at Europees Lager School or ELS in 1913. Hatta continued his education to Mulo Mir Utgebreid Lager Onderwijs in Padang. After school in Padang, in June 1919, he continued his studies at HBS or Hoger Burger School in Jakarta, which was the first advanced high school. After school in June 1919, he graduated from HBS with a very high graduation grade. In 1921, Hatta got a scholarship at Rotterdam School of Commerce, the Netherlands. His favorite was to write books until the time when he said, "I'm willing to go to prison as long as I'm with books because with books I'm free." Becoming as a politics, and when growing up, Hatta included a handsome man. He was tall and thin. He also had short black hair, and he always dressed formally. On November 18, 1945, Hatta married Rahmi, and they were blessed with 3 daughters, namely Mutia Farida, Gemala Rabi'ah, and Halida Nuriah. Sincerity, simplicity, humility, and depth of mind, and adherence to the religion of Islam, considering his religious background. He became one of the heroes of the proclamator of the independence of the Republic of Indonesia. Besides having the advantage of certainly having strengths, must have weakness, but however, Hatta is a big human being in Indonesia. Hatta died on March 14, 1980 and was designated by a national hero. In the second description, I'm gonna describing about object, yep, my study desk. The video before this was my study table. I got it from my uncle who worked at Bea Cukai, Jakarta when I was in junior high school. The shape of my study table was a rectangle. The color is light brown, and there was additional wood on it to lay flowers, photo frames, small fans, books, and study lights. The part I like about my study table was because it was wider than my previous study table, and there were many drawers until I confused to put so much. At the bottom of my study desk was a foothold, but by me, I filled it by putting cardboard laptops and memory books at school. Yes, although there are kick marks on the left side of the table because it was accidentally slung by me, but it has no effect for me to learn only a little. My study desk has been with me for almost 3 years until I grow up. My study desk is often used as a backrest when I'm sad. Maybe you could say he is a silent witness, and this study desk of mine looks like a modern home study desk like the study table should at IKEA, but this is made in Indonesia native and the factory where my uncle made it. The wood was sturdy until now, has not been fragile or eaten by termites until this study table is exported abroad. It's great, right? Because homemade, I enjoy spending time sitting on my laptop at the study table, whether it's watching a movie or doing a task. Thank you guys for your attention. Okay, for the last to describe, I will describe the hometown when I was born. Very lucky for me to be born in a beautiful city. Yes, even though only hitchhiking to be born, but I still have the blood descendants of the Semarang people. Semarang is the capital of Central Java. Various nicknames exist in this city, such as the City of Atlas, Lumpia City, and Venice Java Island. Semarang is dubbed as the Venice of Java Island because Semarang traverses many rivers in the middle of the city, such as in Venice, Italy, so that the Dutch call it that. The majority of the population is Islam. As the fifth metropolitan city in Indonesia, which is characterized by the emergence of several skyscrapers in some corners of the city, but many peaceful roads that you can find there if you are tired of the hustle and bustle of the city. And also there are still many beautiful area typical of Java. In the city also has a typical culinary that is lumpia and becomes by mandatory when visiting Semarang. There are also kopiak noodles and gimbal tofu that does not taste good with lumpia. Tourist destinations that Semarang has are also diverse such as Gua Kreo, Jatibarang Reservoir, Gedong Songo Temple, and Umbul Sidok Mukti. And many more in addition to enjoying the exotic sunsets you can see from Brown Canyon, Semarang. You could say the area of Semarang is divided into two, namely Upper Semarang and Lower Semarang, where the Lower Semarang is the area that is often affected by flooding, and Upper Semarang is the shorter highlands. But I have some places that make you relax and peaceful while enjoying it on the bike that is on the route of the Simpang Lima area. Don't know why they can be very relaxed because maybe from his road they always leave a deep impression for me. Then for the last part, I'm gonna describe about the city that I have been dreaming of being able to live there, and because I have so many memory with someone in there. Actually, I have been very obsessed with the city of flowers. Okay, we start directly. The city of Bandung is in West Java province and becomes the large capital in West Java and one of the large cities in Indonesia. Why can it be called the city of flowers? Because this city is considered very beautiful with many trees and flowers that grow there. And also Bandung, dubbed as Bandung Sea of Fire because it is surrounded by active mountain. The city is a major industrial center producing textile. This cold temperature city is also a center of science and education. There are almost 50 higher education institutions in the city, such as the famous Bandung Institute of Technology and Pajajaran University. Bandung is also famous for its angklung bambu, orchestra, and classical Sundanese theater, dance, and gamelan music. Bandung can be said as a place for healing from whether it's a job problem and so on. Many foreign tourists who come to visit Bandung because of its beauty, and the beauty is not only for foreign tourists but local tourists also many who visit just to unwind. Currently, the city of Bandung is one of the main destination city of tourism and education. There are many tourist destinations that you can visit if you are in Bandung, such as Jalan Braga, Kawah Putih, Ciwidey, Orchid Forest, Saung Angklung Ujo, and Dago Dim Park. The city has unique and popular culinary such as karedok, surabi, tofu milk Bandung, and seblak that we often encounter, but I have some spots when there to relieve stress at low cost that surrounds the streets of Dago area, which is very beautiful, peaceful and quiet when the night, especially after the rain. And also on the road Babakan Siliwangi with a lot of shady trees can help to heal you guys. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.